Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I wanted to share with you a couple of productivity apps that I've been using lately. So stay tuned for this short little video if you want to find out what productivity apps I've been using lately. I've also been using this leather case from Apple. I really love it because you don't really worry about it being dirty because that adds to it, like adds more flavor to it. Okay, but anyway, let's get into it. The first app that I wanted to share is an app called Nutty. I don't know why they named it that, but it's called Nutty. So basically it's for chatting, but it's with an AI. The reason why I use this is because it's from Korea, so you chat with the AI in Korean, so you could practice your Korean skills. And I know it sounds really weird, but whenever you want to learn a language, you want to practice it, right? It just gives you a chance, an opportunity to use Korean to chat without having to chat with real people that could scam you, you know? The entire app is in Korean, so I wouldn't recommend downloading this app just to learn Korean if you don't know any Korean. So I would recommend you to know a little bit of Korean first. But once you know a little bit of Korean, you'd go into this app. You will learn a lot of day-to-day Korean words and Korean expressions just when you talk with those two AI personalities that they have. And they also have this new character that is from ChatGPT, but personally I think he looks a little bit creepy, so I will not be chatting with him. But the other two characters I have chatted with, and they all sounded really natural, and they're able to like give answers to what you're asking quite well. I wouldn't say it's perfect because sometimes when your conversation goes on too long, they will ask you if you have eaten like multiple times in that one conversation, and you're like, I said I didn't eat, just don't ask me again. But maybe it's an Asian thing, maybe everyone likes to ask if you have eaten yet. But one thing to note though, this is like an AI chatting service, so I think when you first go into it, you have to agree to their terms of service for them to be able to collect your conversation details to train the AI better. So if I were you, I would just use this for fun, and I wouldn't like give them any of my personal information. I wouldn't send like my personal phone number. I wouldn't send any of my photos, any of my address, any of real names of the people that are around me. So the next app is also one of my favorites. It is called Capacities, and you guys have heard me talk about this app a lot on my channel, but they just came out with a test flight app that is out for testing for believers, I believe. Eventually, this app will be free for everyone, so I would just keep that in my bookmark, keep that in my wish list if you want to try this out. So Capacities is a second brain app, essentially for you to store all of your information or knowledge that you want to keep in a digital system so you can access really easily. It is mainly a desktop or web app, so for your setup, you'd have to go on a computer to set it up. The reason why I'm so excited for the mobile app is because I really love writing my digital diary and keeping tabs of my habits, my discoveries throughout the day, so having it on my mobile app is the most convenient way to do everything all in one place and everywhere. And the other reason is because I really like collecting knowledge through Twitter, so I always send the links to Capacities and then have them bookmarked because they have this thing called collections, and they also have tags, so I could organize those tweets really easily. It was a little bit complicated. I had to go through WhatsApp or Telegram to be able to send those tweets to Capacities, and there's a little bit of a buffering time. So having a native app on iOS makes it so much more easy because I can add tags and add it to a collection right from my phone. So I'm definitely really excited for the entire app to be completed, but for now I'm just testing it out, and I'm just telling you guys because it's so exciting. And if you're thinking of migrating your second brain to Capacities, I think now is a good time to get to know more about Capacities. And the next two apps that I've been using and loving lately are a little bit niche and a little bit not applicable to everyone, but I still wanted to share them anyway because I thought it was so cool. So the first one is called fujixweekly, and the second one is called ricoh recipes. And these two apps are both like filter options for my Fuji cameras and my ricoh camera. So those two cameras are really known for their colors and their film simulation. A lot of users have their own film simulation recipes that they put online, so someone eventually made these apps just to put everything in one place to simulate real life film stock. A little tip if you're using Fuji, remember to shoot in both JPEG and RAW if you're using film simulation, so if you don't like it, you can still change it afterwards. The next app that I wanted to talk about is called Noteplan, and I've talked about this in my Mac video, but I haven't shown it on my phone yet. So it is essentially a bullet journal where you just have a lot of text formatting options like headings, bullet points, to-do lists, quotes, code blocks, etc. You can put on your today page. You can also make different other pages for maybe your wish list, your to-do list, your watch list, any page for anything. The reason why it is so powerful is because it has links for all of the dates that is in your journal. So in your today page, you will be able to see your weekly list on the top of your page. And if you have unfinished tasks in your weekly note, you will also be able to see them and check them off right in your daily page. And I think that's so cool because some things that you know will happen in your following week, you might not necessarily want to assign a date to it. If you're able to have a little section that reminds you on the top, shows you what is going on in this week or what you have to complete in this week, it just makes much more sense. And another reason I found this app so powerful is because all of their tasks are migratable. So you can go to that little menu to switch the dates for each task, and they will tell you what date this task is from and what date you migrated it to. And when you complete a task, they will also tell you what time and what date you completed that task. And this is a huge step up from physical bullet journaling, which I also love. I love bullet journaling because of the lack of structure. Like, you can basically put anything into it. You just let your thoughts flow, and you can move your tasks back and forth, move it all around, and you don't feel that kind of pressure you do with a standard planner where you have a box for everything essentially. The most annoying part of a physical planner is having to erase things, cross out things, cross-reference things, flipping the page back and forth, and it's just annoying to have to copy the entire thing back and forth. So that might discourage some people a little bit, and me a lot of it. The last app that I wanted to share is a new app called Tools. It's a really cool app that is kind of like Noteplan, but a little bit more modern, if that makes sense. So it's basically just like Noteplan, where you don't really have any structure. You can put bullet points, you can put to-do lists, set reminders, etc. What's different from Noteplan is that it does have a home page, so you can look at everything you'd have to do in a glance. You can put your memos, you can put your reminders, and you can look at everything in your homepage. And that is different from Noteplan because if you don't migrate the tasks in Noteplan, you will never see it again. In Tools, they also have this tab with a globe that shows you what other people are up to, and you can look at other people's progress. And I don't really use that per se, but I guess it could be a really good motivationer to motivate you to do work when you look at other people doing work. I don't know. They also have a calendar view, which is, as you guys know, is very important to me because I sync everything to my Google Calendar, so I really need it, but it doesn't sync the tasks to Google Calendar, so that is one thing that might stop some people. When you check off a to-do, there is a little confetti, and that is really fun. So if you're into like minimal planning, not tags everywhere, not lists everywhere, definitely try out Tools. And those were the 5 apps that I wanted to share. 5? Some say. And those are the 6 apps that I wanted to share with you guys. And I think for my next video is going to be my Korea vlog, because this week I am going to head to Korea and I'm going to be filming my what's in my bag over there. So definitely leave some comments in the comments below what I should be filming as well in Korea so I could film it there. So yeah, thank you for watching.